Well, another movie I've also been called, fudge! Fuckity fuck. I can't speak. Another movie I have been holding off on for quite a while. There we go. I said it right. God damn! Oh, it is like 7, 8 at night. Which is also the time that I recorded my Tony and Ziva episode review yesterday. So I have watched the original How to Train Your Dragon for the first time. And yes, I will be talking about 2 and 3. And then at some point I'm going to have to talk about the reboot. I think I kind of have to. So, I'm going to get to the reboot when I get the DVD for that one, though. Once I get the DVD for that, then I will, because I don't have Peacock. Well, I mean, I guess I could watch it at one of my family members' house, because a family member of mine has a Peacock. Oh well, whatever I do, I'll get to the reboot. So I saw How to Train Your Dragon. This was a film franchise that a lot of people love. And I know a lot of people who are, like, completely, how should you say it? There's a lot of people that I know that are, like, obsessive on this franchise. I was kind of different. For me, my DreamWorks franchises that I grew up on were Shrek and Kung Fu Panda. Granted, I haven't seen all the Shrek universe. I haven't been caught up on that universe. I think I still need to see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. And I still kind of need to see Kung Fu Panda 4. So, like, I still haven't been caught up with those two, but those were the 2 franchises that I grew up on, and I was mostly obsessive with. How to Train Your Dragon, that was just one of those franchises where I just, whenever I saw trailers or clips or whatnot, it was just one of those franchises where I was like, okay. Like, it didn't really pique my interest. And I for the longest time, I didn't know why. And I think I just, realizing it now, I think it's because I'm weirdly not into dragons that much. Which is weird because I love Harry Potter, I love Hobbit, so you would think I would love dragons. But even in Harry Potter and even in Hobbit, like in Hobbit, I don't like Hobbit because of Smaug. I like Hobbit because of, the hobbits and the elves and the orcs. And, like, I don't like Harry Potter because of the dragons that Harry had to fight during the Triwizard Tournament. I just like Harry Potter because I liked Harry, I liked the characters, I liked the storyline. Doesn't mean I like the author who wrote that franchise, fucking bitch. But, and like, to me, even though I grew up on those franchises, I just did not get into dragons. And for the longest time, I just did not think that franchise was gonna help me get into dragons. Because to me, dragons, controversial opinion, but I just kind of saw dragons as dinosaurs that could breathe, flying dinosaurs that could breathe fire. And I don't know. And even then, I wasn't that much into dinosaurs. I mean, really, the only dinosaur movie I grew up and obsessed over was Jurassic Park. Sequels, I don't give a shit on. The first Jurassic Park movie is amazing. The others, who cares about them? But I love the first Jurassic Park. So, like, even with dinosaurs, I couldn't get into a whole bunch of other dinosaur movies besides the first Jurassic Park film. For me, I just could not get into dragons. But a lot of people were obsessive over the Dragons franchise. And I got a lot of flack for not seeing any of them. So, I was like, well, okay. I'll probably get around to it now that the reboot came out. This was like during July, I think. When the reboot came out while I was making No. When I did the mini movie No, that was when the reboot came out in theaters. And at that point, I was like, eventually I'll do my first time binge video talking on the first 3 before I get to the reboot. Because at the timing, I didn't even know if I was even going to go see the reboot in theaters. Obviously, I missed it. But, like, for me, it was like, I have to see the first 3 films, I feel like, in order, before I even see the reboot. I think that's kind of my case. That's sort of the same thing with Lilo and Stitch. I hadn't seen the original before, so I had to watch the original before I saw the reboot. And that kind of helped me a little bit more as what I felt towards it. So that's what I decided to do. It took a long time for me to get here. I meant to do this when the reboot came out back in like June or July. Did not ever get the chance, but here we are now. So, but yeah, it's like I just weirdly could not get into dragons. So, and I didn't think that this movie would help my interest, or help. I did not think it would even pique my interest on dragons even more, because I just not into dragons that much. But so now that I've seen this movie, it's a lot better than I thought it would be. Like the humor. Okay, I want to say this: the humor in this movie is brilliant. I love the humor. So the main character, named Hiccup. Boy, that's gonna set some realism when I watch the reboot. I'm sorry, I know this movie takes place in the Viking era. But I'm sorry, I don't know much about the Vikings. I really don't. But come on, names can't have been this stupid in the Viking era. Hiccup. Fucking Hiccup. Okay. Wow. I feel like that's one of those things where the director is like, hey, writer, what should we give this character's name? Thank you very much. What? Yes, what was that character's name? What I was gonna say was the character's name was gonna be Hiccup, thank you. I mean, come on. Anyways, so this movie is about Hiccup, who he grows up with a whole bunch of Vikings in the island of Berk, I think is what it's called. And there they are trained to be not Viking hunters, dragon hunters. They kill dragons for a living. But Hiccup is a bit different. He is more the shy, awkward, nervous, I don't know if clumsy. Well, yeah, clumsy could cut it. People who he doesn't believe in killing dragons. And after meeting the Night Fury is what this dragon is called. He meets a Night Fury, which is supposed to be the most dangerous dragon of all of the dragons. But after setting the Night Fury free, which he calls him Toothless, when he sees that the Night Fury can hide its teeth, he notices that Toothless is actually more nice to Hiccup than any of the other dragons. So that gives Hiccup to thinking, wait, maybe I could just help out these dragons and train them, and maybe see what's going on with their minds and whatnot, and maybe they won't kill us. So he does that, and like there's a tense father-son relationship with him and his dad. And yeah, and so it's yeah. And I was gonna say, I am gonna say this, the humor in this movie is a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I was not expecting the humor to be, in this to be really good. There was times where I did get a few laughs and a few chuckles. I'm like, oh, that was unsurprising. That was surprising. Sorry, not unsurprising. That was surprising. And like I was like, huh. And I guess Chris Sanders, who did this, he also did Lilo and Stitch, which actually tracks. It actually tracks. He did the original Lilo and Stitch. Well, yeah, he did the reboot when he reprised his voice as Stitch. But he also directed the original Lilo and Stitch, which tracks, because the humor in the original Lilo and Stitch does really follow into this one. And I think the humor was pretty solid. One thing I don't know if I'm the only one... So, I had to look this up while I was watching the movie, because I noticed some things with Hiccup, and I had to look it up to see if anybody else noticed, and that's, I think Hiccup is supposed to be an autism representation. I think. Because there's some moments where I'm like, because there's moments where I feel like, and especially with how nervous and how, not nervous, but like how awkward sometimes he could be. And and how his mind thinks. Especially how Hiccup's mind thinks in this film. I feel like the filmmakers were trying to do an autism, give Hiccup an autism representation. And I'm not the only one, because I had to look this up, and there's a lot of people online who legit think that Hiccup is autistic. Am I the only one who noticed that? And if that is what the filmmakers were doing, man, I wish I saw this movie a long time ago, because I think, actually, I would have liked Hiccup as a character when I was younger. If that was what the route that was going, then they did a really good job, and I think I would have actually liked Hiccup a lot more. I think I would have liked this movie a lot more when I was younger. Yeah. Or, like, not, yeah, like, I think I should have, like, at least given this movie a chance when I was younger. But, like, yeah, sorry, yeah. But, I don't know. And then there's also some people who legit think that Hiccup is trans. Me personally, I don't see it, but that could just be up to your brains and, I don't know, your opinions to see. I don't see it, but maybe I'm just not, maybe I'm just not understanding it. But, like, yeah. And then, of course, we do see some of the other characters. We see this girl named Astrid, which, of course, because I'm in a Halloween mood, I'm thinking of Astrid from Beetlejuice. I'm sorry. I'm in a Halloween mood. Come on. There's this character named Astrid, who Hiccup is in love with. And with me, with my with my Halloween mood kicking in, I think of Beetlejuice. So, there's that. What I didn't realize until I saw that in the credits was that Astrid was voiced by America Ferrera, which I didn't... I need to watch the movie again now, because I should have picked up on that very quickly, because she has a distinct voice. I recognize... so I've seen her in Superstore. That's the show I recognize her for, because I remember binging that show for like 6 seasons. Or all 6 seasons. It's a very funny show. And America Ferrera really does have a distinct voice. And I should have picked that up when I was watching that movie. And I didn't. I know Jay Baruchel, I think that's his name. Right? I don't know. He was the one who voiced Hiccup, and that's easy to tell. I mean, come on. Jay Baruchel sounds like he has stuffing stuck down his throat. It's very distinct. The cast is very interesting. And, I saw in the credits, David Tennant was a part of this. I'm like, oh, God. This is the second movie I've seen him in where there's dragons. The first being Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Wow. And, yeah, I was not expecting this movie to be as good as I thought it would be. Damn, I should have given this movie a chance when I was younger. I should have. And me not getting into dragons, I was like, no. Not for me. So, especially with Hiccup, I feel like I really would have connected to him. But me, not giving a shit about dragons, I really didn't give a crap about this movie. I really did not want to give this movie a shot. And I should have. Man, I'm just gonna punch myself. Anyways. But yeah, and I don't know. Gerald Butler plays Hiccup's dad. I thought the chemistry between him and Hiccup was interesting. Even if it does feel like the same old father-son dynamic that you've seen in a bajillion other shit. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else I can talk about as far as this movie is concerned. Toothless, I thought was... I'm sorry. Whenever I see Toothless, I just see the black goop monster from Scooby-Doo 2 mixed with Smog. I just see the black goop monster from Scooby-Doo 2 and mixed with Smog. That's all I see. Maybe that's just me. Toothless has a lot of cute moments, and you could tell Toothless is a dragon who just wants to do good, and he doesn't really want to do evil or whatnot. And, Toothless is just a very cute character. Even if he's supposed to be the most deadliest dragon of all of mankind. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what other stuff I want to talk about in this movie. Because this movie is that interesting. I don't know. I'm so mad at myself for not giving this movie a shot when I was younger. Because I think even though I'm not a dragon person, I think I really would have liked Hiccup. Because Hiccup not only is an interesting character, but he's also very funny. He can give a lot of good laughs. And yeah. Oh, the ending. I should probably talk about that. I was not expecting at the end to see Hiccup's leg being eaten by a dragon. Yeah, the ending just shows that a dragon eats his leg. That was dark. For a DreamWorks movie that came out in 2010? Gosh. I don't know. I don't know why. I just was not expecting Hiccup's leg to be eaten by a dragon. I mean, it definitely shows the how dark, well, not how dark, but how dangerous it is to hunt a dragon. But yeah, so yeah, and then as far as like Viking lore and seeing how accurate it is, I don't know. I'm not a history nut. I'm not a fucking history nerd. I don't know shit about history. So I'm the only stuff Viking related I know is Minnesota Vikings. And even then, I know jack shit about that, because I don't really follow football that much. And even if I do watch football, it's usually in the background. But, yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. It's definitely a movie I wasn't expecting to like as much. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I legit don't know what else to add. So I do plan on doing the second and the third film. And then I eventually will get to the reboot. I know there's a whole bunch of TV series that came out with this. Like, I believe there's some series that's on Netflix. I feel like there's like 3 or 4 of them. I don't know. I'm probably wrong on that. There's like a whole shit ton of added shit from this franchise. If you want me covering all of them, please let me know down in the comments. I will try to get to them, because I do have other stuff I want to get talked about too. But yeah, if there's anything, so I will talk about 2 and 3. I will eventually talk about the reboot. If there's anything else, How to Train Your Dragon related that I should talk about, please let me know, and I will definitely get to them. But yeah, what do you think of the 2010 How to Train Your Dragon? Do you like it? Were you meh on it? Or did it piss you off for some reason? Let me know down in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time.